It's great to be here. It really is an honor. Being here at Huntingdale, I haven't been here before. Arrived last night, actually yesterday morning, excuse me, and that was a lot of fun to get to play 18 holes. Not my first time. Been here in Australia once before in January for the Australian Masters of the Amateurs. What a treat. Played Royal Melbourne. That was awesome. I think I finished third, shot 66 the last day, and it was a great treat to be able to play well and have good memories from here. It's my second favorite, well, outside the U.S., it's my favorite country. It was the summer of 2011. I was experimenting a lot with my golf swing, along with my coach Mike Shy, and we were at a Riverbend Golf Club, and that's where his 10 is, and we were thinking about a different way to maybe hit the ball a little bit better. I started swinging on a zero shifting motion. It's a single plane. It's not the Matt Kuchar one plane swing, but it's a motion that keeps the club on the same plane, my hands and the club on the same plane throughout the whole golf swing. And when that happened and I was using different length clubs, I had to try and master 8 different swings with different line angles, right? So it was too tough to master. And we said, well, what can we do to fix that? I said, well, keep everything the same line angle. Well, if they're the same line angle, then they have to be the same length. And so we started that journey 2011 and built a set of clubs in 2 weeks, I believe. And it was an old Nike messed up set. We just messed it up. Got all the weight off the pitching wedge, looked like a shark bit into it, and then there was like 30 grams of lead tape on the 3-iron. So, a bit messy, but went out to number 1 at Riverbend Golf Club and hit an 8-iron. It's pretty close to 7-iron. It worked very well. And then the big kicker was the next hole. We had a 5-iron into the green, about 205. I hit a 5-iron, striped it right next to the flag, and from there on in, it's been history. It did take probably 5 or 6 days to completely get comfortable with a 3-iron being a 7-iron length, because I had previously played all my life with the variable length set, and it was a little difficult, but after 5-6 days, it was no biggie, no big problem. My dad, albeit I love him to death, he didn't like it at the first time I started using it. He was struggling with it quite a bit because it was unconventional, and you know, there was a lot of pushback throughout the years, and even Coach Gregory was super supportive of it, but there were times where he questioned it a little bit, and there have been a lot of people along the way that have said the same stuff, but in the end I've known it's the right thing for me. I know that in the end I can keep it on the same plane, fix my golf swing really easily, especially with placing a camera right on my plane angle. My swing, for me, because it works for my body mechanics again, it's not going to work for everybody. Everybody's bodies are different, so you can't put everybody into a box. But what you can do is actually help people swing more efficiently, and keep having a single length set will help people swing more efficiently down the road, especially for beginners. But swinging on a single plane isn't necessarily the standard way to do everything for everybody, because everybody's different. Right as we were changing over to more of an upright swing, I realized that I couldn't hold it in my fingers anymore because it was messing up my wrist. It was starting to bow my wrist. So right about that same time, we start putting the big grips on, and I was still holding the fingers, but I realized slightly over time that, oh, I can put it into my palm, just like a big putter grip. You put it in your lifeline. And I realized that, and I started putting it in the lifeline. I said, okay, this is relaxing my wrist, and I can still hit it quite easily. So from there on out, and this was about in 2011 as well, I started developing that as well as my single length set, as well as my single plane swing. It just all matched at the right times. The game of golf was about having fun. And a lot of people are quitting the game of golf because it's too hard, too long, and it's too tough. And one thing that I've tried to do is make the game a little bit easier, is keep the same length, right? And if in order to keep the same length, you're keeping your same body posture and everything. So think about it for the beginners of the game of golf. When you initially try and hit a golf ball, you're hitting what, an 8-iron, 9-iron, something that's a little more loft, a little shorter iron, more comfortable. As you get to the 3-iron, those beginners can't hit those 3-irons. It's too difficult. It takes time for them to adapt and understand how to hit a 3-iron. But I think with a single length set, that could change the game. Anytime you get to play with what I think is going to be who's going to be a legend is pretty spectacular. Adam Scott's been a great ambassador for the game, and whenever you get the opportunity to play with somebody like that, it's special. Definitely remember it for the rest of my life. Know I will, and I'll try and learn as much as I can from him. It's a ball striker's golf course. You got to hit it straight, and that's what I've cut it down to. And it's nothing more than that. The greens are pretty straightforward. You know, the bunkers are not too bad. So I think if you can hit it in the fairways and hit the greens, be completely fine. You'll do really well out here. You make a couple putts and you're up right near the leaderboard. There's no doubt about that. But if you hit it off the fairway, you're going to be in a world of hurt, no doubt. So keeping it in the fairway is key, hitting as many greens as possible, and you'll be right there.